Hello and welcome back to History Gossip, your favorite podcast where we dig deep into the untold stories, whispered past, and Zambia's most iconic places. I am your host, Fred Mlenga KJR, and we are still on a journey into the hearts of Lusaka. Today we'll be talking about Bauleni compound, a place born out of displacement but rich with resilience. Just few kilometers away from Lusaka city center along the busy Lopez Road lies Bauleni, a buzzing, lively township that goes back into the early years of Zambia's independence. But Bauleni wasn't a place we know today. In fact, its story begins with missionary work, displacement, and a problem for the government to solve. Let's rewind back into the 1960s. After Zambia got its independence in 1964, people began moving into the city in search of jobs and better lives, and also to be part of the new national dream. To make way for infrastructure and development, the government began to clear out squatter areas, and people who lived there needed somewhere to go. That's how Bauleni was born. One of the early resettlement zones on the outskirts of Lusaka. But here's the part that most people don't know, but you know today because they're watching this video. Bauleni was originally created for people with disabilities, especially polio survivors. A large number of its first residents had physical disabilities and they were living in overcrowded places and often neglected. Hence, the missionaries, social workers, and the government came in to provide land and basic housing in what became today Bauleni. That's right, this wasn't just another compound. It was a community bred for dignity, at least in the beginning. As Lusaka expanded in the 1970s and 80s, so did Bauleni. What started as a small purpose-driven settlement became a massive residential area with schools, churches, and marketplaces. People came from all over Zambia, from the eastern province, from the Copper Belt, southern province, seeking for affordable housing and community. And here's something ironic. Bauleni sits right next to some of the wealthiest neighborhoods in Lusaka, like Kabulonga and Woodlands. Yet the compound itself has long struggled with poverty, limited services, and overcrowding. Still, if you walk through Bauleni today, what you will find isn't sadness, you'll find life. Vibrant youths playing football, Banamayo selling vegetables on the wrong side, children in uniforms laughing their way to class, and churches, lots of churches, filling up the air with singing on Sunday mornings in one of them. That's it for this episode of History Gossip. If you enjoyed today's story, be sure to subscribe and share the podcast with your friends. Next time we'll drive into another Lusaka compound with a world back story. Until then, I am your host. Keep the past alive, one story at a time. Let the gossip flow.